Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the class today. I am Anjum Sheikh from Goshala Road Municipal Secondary School, and we are learning lesson triangles. Today we will see the properties of median drawn on the hypotenuse of right triangle. Yes. So we learn what is the median. Now here you can see in the diagram. Yes, here is the median. Now what is the median? That median is a segment that join the vertex, any one vertex, and the midpoint of side opposite to that vertex. Okay, so the segment joining these 2 points, it is called as median. Okay, now regarding this median of a right triangle, the median of a right triangle, here we will learn a theorem, one of the property of median of a right triangle. Now you can see here what is the property. In right angle triangle, the length of the median of the hypotenuse is half the length of the hypotenuse. That means, see in the diagram, here triangle ABC is right triangle. Okay. Now in this right triangle, AC is the hypotenuse as it is opposite to 90-degree angle. Okay. And D is the midpoint of this hypotenuse. Now the vertex B, from this vertex B, a segment drawn, it joined to point D. So this is the median. BD is the median of this right triangle. So the property is length of the median. Now see here, BD, that is the median. So length of the median is equal to half the length of hypotenuse. Half the length of hypotenuse, that is segment AC. Now that's we have to prove. The length of median is half the hypotenuse. Okay. Now write given for it, that triangle ABC is given. Now as it is a right angle, angle B is 90-degree and BD is the median. Okay. Now to prove this one, yes, to prove we have to do a little construction, that we have to extend length BD. This length BD, okay, the extend this segment only of that length, whatever the length of BD. That means if BD is 5 centimeter, that D to E, the length will be also 5 centimeter. So those two segments BD, that will be congruent with DE. Okay, and here we mark point E. Now join point E and point C. So EC will be the segment. Okay. So that's why I have written here length BD equal to length DE. Okay, and draw segment EC. Now because of that construction, the two triangles formed, the two small triangles we have to consider to write a proof. Okay, triangle ADB, or you can also write ABD in right order. This small triangle and another triangle is C another triangle is CDE. Okay, so here the triangle ADB, this smaller one, this triangle, and triangle CDE, this one, CDE, this triangle. Now we have to show these two triangles congruent to each other. Now we know the different tests of congruency of a triangle. Okay, now from these two triangles, we can show here the markings, congruency markings. Okay, so we can write segment AD congruent segment DC. Segment AD congruent to segment DC, because we know that D is the midpoint of the hypotenuse. So the segments will be equal. Okay, so that is given. Yes, as median means the segment joining to midpoint and opposite vertex. Yes, that is given. Now here, angle ADB and angle CDE. Now see, where are the angles? Angle ADB, angle this one, angle ADB, and angle CDE, CDE, this angle. So these two angles are vertically opposite angles. And we know the property of vertically opposite angles, that those are congruent to each other. Yes? Now, segment BD is congruent to segment DE. So this BD, segment BD is congruent to segment DE. Why? Because of the construction. Yes? So, by this SAS test. Okay, SAS test means this side, then this angle, and this side. So by SAS test, both the triangles are congruent to each other. Okay. Now, as we know, when the triangles are congruent, their corresponding angles, corresponding sides are also congruent to each other. So because of that, we can write here angle BAD is congruent to angle ECD. That BAD means this angle, angle A, BAD is congruent with ECD, this ECD. Okay, because corresponding angle of congruent triangle. Now see here, these two angles, BAD and ECD. Okay. Now here the symbol like Z. So that means those are alternate angles. And we know the alternate angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel to each other. So we can say that AB is parallel to EC. This AB segment is parallel to EC. Yes, and that is also congruent to each other because those are corresponding sides of congruent triangle. These two little triangles, those are congruent. So their respective sides, those corresponding sides are also congruent to each other. Yes, we mark it this equation as 1 and here as equation 2. Okay. Now let's take another pair of triangle, that triangle ABC and triangle ECB. Now triangle ABC and triangle ECB, triangle ECB. Now in these two triangles, now show them congruent to each other. How we can show it? Now segment AB congruent segment EC. That AB This segment is congruent with EC. Yes. Why? Because of equation 2. So here the reason is from equation 2. Now see the angle ABC, that means angle B. Okay, angle B, and angle ECB, that means angle C. Here ABC, that means this angle, right angle, and angle ECB, that means this 90-degree angle, as both are of equal measure, measuring 90 degrees. So those are also congruent to each other. Yes, and the base, this BC, is common in both the triangles. So here I have written segment BC, congruent segment BC, because it is a common side. So because of, again, SAS test. How SS? That this side, this angle, and this side. So SAS test, we can say the triangles are congruent to each other. Okay. Now, as again triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides, that means segment AC is congruent to segment BE. So AC is congruent to BE. Yes. Mark it as equation 3. Okay. Now, as we know that BD equal to DE here, because of the construction, BD equal to DE. And as D is the midpoint, okay, so we can write that half of the BE, this complete BE segment, when we do the half of that segment, we can get BD or DE. So the equation we can write here that BD equal to DE equal to half of BE. Okay. And we have to prove that one, that BD equal to half of AC. So I have taken here only segment BD equal to this half. Okay. And instead of BE, I can write AC, because BE equal to AC. Here, BE equal to AC. So I replace this BE with segment AC. And the reason is from equation 3. That's we have to prove. Okay, that BD equal to half of AC. Here, we proved it. Okay, this property is useful in the solution of practice set and problem set. So memorize it. That the median of hypotenuse is half the length of hypotenuse. That means it is the property of right triangle, median of right triangle. Okay. Now we will see another theorem, that is perpendicular bisector theorem. Okay. Now what the terms mean? That perpendicular means we know the angle making 90 degree. So here segment AB, and to it a line drawn such that the angle of intersection, it is 90 degree. So it is a perpendicular to that segment. And bisector means when this perpendicular is exactly drawn from the midpoint of the segment. Okay, if it is drawn from the midpoint of a segment, and then because of that, the segment is divided in two equal parts. Here you can see the congruency symbol. So the segment, those two segments are of equal length. So it is called as bisector. So the property regarding perpendicular bisector of a segment. Now what is it? That every point on the perpendicular bisector, okay, every point on a perpendicular bisector. So suppose I have taken a point P and that is on this perpendicular line L. Okay, so this point is equidistant from the end points of the segment. Now we know the segment is AB. Now the end point of segment, that is point A and point B. Those are the end points. So point P, this point P is at equal distance from end point and this end point B. Okay, so we have to show that segment AP is congruent to segment PB, that is mean equidistant from the end points. Okay, now let's see the proof for it. Yes, here is the proof, perpendicular bisector theorem. We know the statement that every point on the perpendicular bisector of a segment is equidistant from the end points of the segment. So we have to show segment PA equal to segment PB. Equal means congruent also. Okay. So here to prove PA equal to PB. Now what is given? That line L is perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Here you can see AB is the segment and line L is perpendicular bisector of that segment. Okay. And the point, midpoint of segment AB is point M. Yes. Now point P is any point on line L. Here you can see point P is mentioned and that is on line L. Okay, now we have to show this segment PA congruent segment PB. Now how to show it? It is very simple. Let's see the two triangles formed here. Yes, those are the two triangles. Now let them show congruent to each other by different test of congruency. Okay, you can choose any one test of congruency, and as the triangles will be congruent, their corresponding parts will be also congruent to each other. So let's take the two triangles here. Triangle PMA, that means this left side triangle, PMA, this smaller triangle on left of the line L, and triangle PMB, this is another triangle. Okay, now in these two triangles, we can write here PM, segment PM, congruent segment PM, because it is common in both the triangles. See, PM is common in both the triangles. Okay, now angle PMA is congruent to angle PMB because each measuring 90 degree. Those are right angles. Here in the diagram, we know that. Okay, see in the given. What is given? Perpendicular. Okay, line L is perpendicular. So because of that, both the angles, this angle marking 90 degree and here this angle M also marked in 90 degree. Okay, both are congruent to each other because of equal measurement. Okay, and the last segment we can show congruent, that is segment AM is congruent to BM. Why? Because it is a bisector, perpendicular bisector. So these two segments are congruent to each other, and that I have written here. AM is congruent to segment BM. So here the factors we got, that is segment, this PM segment, then angle M, and again segment, means segment, angle, segment. So S, A, S test. So by SS test, both the triangles are congruent to each other. So if the triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are also congruent. See here. Segment PA congruent to segment PB, and the reason will be corresponding side of congruent triangle. Okay. Now यहाँ पे अगर एंगल करस्पॉन्डिंग होगा ना, ओके, तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ S रिप्लेस होता है A से, मतलब करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल ऑफ कॉन्ग्रुएंट ट्रायंगल CACT. Okay, that is the only difference. If there will be side, you will write here S, and the angle will be there, you will replace it by A, means angle. Very simple. So you can also write here length of PA equal to length of PB. So as the length is equal, that it means it is equidistant from the end points of the segment. Yes, it's very easy to write the theorem. Okay, now let's see the another theorem, the converse of this theorem, that is converse of perpendicular bisector theorem. ओके, तो जो परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर थ्योरम था उसमें क्या था कि पॉइंट इक्विडिस्टेंट पे है, लाइन परपेंडिकुलर होगी तो पॉइंट ऑन अ परपेंडिकुलर इज इक्विडिस्टेंट. अभी हमें क्या करना है, इसका कन्वर्स करना है. मतलब इफ पॉइंट इक्विडिस्टेंट पे होगा तो वो लाइन कैसी होगी, परपेंडिकुलर होगी. सी, पॉइंट इक्विडिस्टेंस पे होगा तो लाइन विल बी परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर. ओके, सो द कंप्लीट स्टेटमेंट इज एनी पॉइंट इक्विडिस्टेंट फ्रॉम द एंड पॉइंट्स ऑफ अ सेगमेंट lies on the perpendicular bisector of the segment. Okay. Now, see the proof here. Now, we know the statement, just we saw it, that any point equidistant from the end points of a segment, it lie on the perpendicular bisector of the segment. Now, here in the diagram, you can see the segment AB. Okay. Then, this PM is a line, it intersecting that segment, okay, and point P on that line, that P is equidistant from the end points of the segment. So as it is equidistant, already in the diagram, the congruency symbols are shown here. Okay, see the symbol. Okay, that means those two segments are congruent to each other because it is mentioned equidistant. Okay, now we have to prove that point P is on the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Okay, we have to prove it. And what is given? That PA equal to PB. That means segment PA equal to segment PB. Now do the construction. Take midpoint M on the segment AB and draw line PM. Okay. This line PM that is drawn here. Okay. Now because of this line and the segment PB and segment PA, again the two triangles, these two different triangles formed here. Now let them show congruent to each other. these two triangles, we will show it congruent to each other. Now see triangle. Here triangle PAM. Triangle PAM. This triangle, the left smaller triangle. Okay. And triangle PBM. This another triangle. PBM. Okay. In these two triangles, we can write this PA congruent with PB as it is given. Then the common side PM is congruent to PM because it is common side. Okay. And here, because of the construction, take midpoint M. As M is the midpoint, you can also write that AM, segment AM is congruent to segment BM because M is the midpoint of segment AB. Okay. So here, see, segment PA congruent segment PB. This PA is congruent to PB. Then AM is congruent to BM. AM is congruent to BM. Yes, and segment PM is common to both the triangles. So segment PM congruent segment PM. So all three sides here. Okay, so because of all the sides, we can write the two triangles are congruent to each other by SSS test. See here. Yes, the triangles are congruent to each other by triple S test. Side, side, side test. Okay. Now, as the triangles are congruent, their corresponding angles will be also congruent. So, PMA, angle PMA is congruent to angle PMB. C angle PMA, that means this angle. Okay, this M angle on the left and another angle is PMB, that means this angle. These two angles are congruent to each other as those are corresponding angle of congruent triangle. Now see these two angles here, M on both the side. Okay, as those two are the pair of linear angles. Yes, angle PMA and angle PMB, those are pair of linear angles. Now we know the property of linear angles that those are supplementary to each other. Supplementary means it together measure 180 degree. So I have written angle PMA plus angle PMB that is equal to 180 degree. Okay, you can also write reason here, pair of linear angles. Okay, now see here, angle PMA, this angle PMA in next step, angle PMA plus angle again PMA. Why? Because I replace this angle PMB with angle PMA because both are of equal measurement. Those are congruent to each other. So I replace this angle PMB with PMA. So now angle PMA plus angle PMA equal to 180 degree. Okay, same step, only replacement of this angle. As the reason is both angles are congruent to each other. Okay. Now in addition of both the angles, both are angle PMA and PMA. So that is 2 PMA equal to 180 degree. Is it okay? Yes. Then as 2 PMA equal to 180 degree, the individual angle PMA will be 90 because this 2 will get divided to 180. So the angle PMA will be 90 degree. Okay. Now, as the angle formed at point M here, if it is 90 degree, both the segments, that means line L and segment AB, both are perpendicular to each other. Okay. So, I have written here, segment PM is perpendicular to segment AB. Mark it as equation 1. Okay. Now, we also know point M is midpoint of segment AB. Here, because of that construction. Okay, so M is the midpoint of segment AB. That is equation 2. Now, from equation 2 and this equation 1, okay, because of these two equations, we can say that as it is a perpendicular, okay, as it is perpendicular and this is the midpoint, so that will be the bisector. So, perpendicular bisector. So, that PM, line PM is perpendicular bisector of segment AB and point P is on that perpendicular bisector. Okay, and we have to prove the same. Point P is on the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Okay, very simple. To write the proof, just take two triangles, show them congruent to each other. Okay, as the triangles are congruent, their angles will be also congruent. Corresponding angle will be congruent. Okay, now find the angle PMA, that is 90 degree. Okay, by all those steps, linear pair of angle test. Okay, and as it is 90 degree, we got that the segments are perpendicular to each other. And because of the construction, we can also say that point M is a midpoint. So, the point P is on the perpendicular bisector. Yes, understood? Now see one more theorem. This is the last theorem of today's class. That angle bisector theorem. Okay. Now similarly, perpendicular bisector. Bisector means divide in equal parts. Divide in equal two parts. Okay. So when any angle it get divided because of any ray, because of any line, that angle is divided into sector means two parts and bisector means, okay, bisector means in two equal parts. The theorem based on it. Okay, so it is angle bisector theorem. Now in this diagram, you can see angle PQR. This is the angle. Now ray QS, okay, it intersects the given angle. And because of this ray QS, angle is divided, okay, in two equal parts. So the two angle form, that is angle PQS, and another angle is SQR. These are the two angles of equal length, equal measurement. So the theorem is every point on the bisector. Now, as ray QS is a bisector of the given angle, a point mentioned on that bisector is point A. Okay. So point A means every point. You can take any other point also. So every point on the bisector, point A, and it is on the bisector. Okay. Then that point is equidistant from sides of the angle. Okay, equidistance means ये A point इसका distant from side of angle. This PQ is a side and A point from another side, that means this distance AC. Okay, and another side is QR. So point A is equidistant, means this is the distance, is equidistant from the sides of that angle. So equidistant means we have to show these two lengths, means segment AB and segment AC. We have to show both the segments congruent to each other, as we have to show it equidistant. Okay. Now let's see how to prove it. It is also very simple. What we need to take here, that here two triangles formed again. This triangle and another is this lower triangle. Now show these two triangles congruent to each other. Then if the triangles will be congruent, those are the corresponding side. Those will be also congruent. So as those will be congruent, the point is at equidistant. Easy. Yes. Now let's see the theorem. Here is the proof. Angle bisector theorem. Every point on the angle bisector of an angle is equidistant from the sides of the angle. Now see the diagram. Here again angle PQR is given and ray QS is the bisector of given angle, and point A is mentioned on the bisector. Okay, that is all given. See given here, ray QS is the bisector of angle PQR. Okay, you can see it in the diagram. Now point A is any point on ray QS. Here you can see. Okay, point A is on ray QS and ray QS is bisector. Now segment AB is perpendicular to ray QP. Yes, now that is the construction. Okay, you can also write it separately. Construction. Okay, join segment AB or draw a perpendicular like that. Segment AB is perpendicular to ray QP. AB is perpendicular. Here you can see the symbol of 90. Okay, so that is perpendicular to QP. And another segment, here you will draw like that, segment AC, that will be perpendicular to another side of an angle, that is side QR. Here you can see AC perpendicular to ray QR. Okay, that is given, and you can write the construction for these two steps. Now, what to prove? That segment AB is congruent to segment AC. This AB is congruent to AC. Yes? Now, again, consider two triangles formed in the diagram. Triangle ABQ and triangle ACQ. This upper triangle, triangle ABQ, and another lower triangle, that is triangle ACQ. Yes? Now, in these two triangles, here we can write angle ABQ is congruent to ACQ. Angle ABQ means this 90-degree angle, and angle ACQ means this 90-degree angle. Okay? So those are congruent to each other because of equal measurement, each measuring 90 degree. Okay, because that is our construction. We drawn a perpendicular there. So the angle form is of 90 degree. Yes. Now, as that is given, okay, given means this ray QS is bisector. So because of that bisector, the angles formed, those are congruent. So angle AQB is congruent to angle AQC. Now see the angles AQB, that means angle AQB is congruent to angle AQC, that one. These two angles are congruent because ray QS is the bisector. Okay. So that we can write. Now AQ, segment AQ is congruent to segment AQ. Here that is a common side. Segment AQ is congruent to segment AQ. The reason is common side. So by angle, yes, then again angle and side. So by AAS test, okay, AAS test. You can also write here SAA. Now see, the test is angle, angle, and this side. Okay, so AAS test. Yeah, you can also write this S A A. Okay, so by that test of congruency, both the triangles are congruent to each other. And as the triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides will be also congruent. So we can write segment AB is congruent to segment AC. AB is congruent to segment AC as corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Okay. And as the sides are congruent to each other, that means point A is equidistant. Any point, every point is at equidistant, okay, from the sides of the angle. And that point is on bisector. That point is on bisector. So every point on the angle bisector of an angle is equidistant from the sides of the angle. Yes? Understood the theorem, how to write it? Now in each theorem, the same concept. You have to show two triangles congruent to each other. The first step in the proof is let them show two angles congruent to each other. Here also same. Okay, in this theorem also two triangles, those are congruent to each other. Okay, in this theorem also here two triangles, and by a test of congruency is used to show them congruent. Here also. Okay, so very simple, don't bother about the theorems. So we just complete here angle bisector theorem. Okay, now we will see one more theorem, that is converse of angle bisector. Okay, converse of angle bisector. Here is the theorem that is given in your textbook as part 2 of the angle bisector. Part 1 is main angle bisector theorem and part 2 is converse of that theorem. Okay, so that is the converse of angle bisector theorem. Now, angle bisector theorem क्या था? Okay, कि every point is equidistant from the sides. Okay, point from the on the bisector, that is equidistance. Now, what is the converse? That if point is at equidistant, that will be on bisector. Okay. Now see the statement here. Any point equidistance, okay, from the sides of an angle is on the bisector. It is a converse of angle bisector theorem. Okay, the statement भी देखो converse किया हुआ है. Angle bisector का theorem वो statement को converse करके इस theorem के लिए use किया हुआ है. Okay, now similarly take two triangles, show them congruent to each other, and as the triangles are congruent, the corresponding angle will be congruent. Yes, so now let's write the given. Given में जो diagram में तुम्हें show होता है ना, that is all given. Okay, now A is a point on interior of angle PQR. So angle PQR, that angle PQR, and point A is interior of angle PQR, means angle within the angle के inside में. Okay, point is here, that is point A, that is interior point. If the point will be on exterior side of the angle, then that will be exterior. Okay, on outside the angle, that will be exterior. So point A is interior point. Now segment AC perpendicular to ray QR. This segment AC drawn, and that is perpendicular to side of an angle, that is QR, ray QR. And another perpendicular is drawn here, that is segment AB is perpendicular to QP. Segment AB, this AB is perpendicular to another side, that is ray QP. Okay, and as it is given, the point is at equidistant. Okay, as the point is at equal distance, we can also write AB is equal to AC. Okay, so that is all given. Now we have to prove that ray QA is the bisector of angle PQR. Okay, and angle BQA equal to angle CQA. As it will be bisector, the angle will be divided in two equal parts. Okay, now if it will be possible to us to show them these two angles equal, then that will be bisector. So let's try to show these two angles equal to each other. And when angles are equal, if we can show, the triangles will be congruent. Okay, so first step is take two triangles. Okay, so this angle BQA equal to angle CQA. Let's see in the diagram. Where are those angles? Angle BQA. See here, angle BQA is congruent to angle CQA. That means this. Okay, so we need to take these two triangles, triangle 1 and another triangle, triangle 2. So the name of the triangle will be, okay, that will be triangle BQA and triangle CQA. Here, triangle BQA, this triangle, and triangle CQA, another triangle. Now in these two triangles, what we can write here? That angle ABQ is congruent to angle ACQ. Okay, the angle is of middle vertex. Whatever middle vertex, that will be always angle. So B angle and C angle. Angle B and angle C. We know that those are of 90 degree each because there is a perpendicular. Okay, here. And this one. Okay, so because of the perpendicular drawn, the angle formed, that is 90 degree, and both are the perpendicular. So the angle measure here, those are of equal length, equal measurement. So both the angles are congruent to each other. Now segment AB is equal to segment AC. Okay, here you can write congruent. Okay, write here congruent. Here congruency symbol, here congruency. Okay, here also congruent. Yes, so now segment AB is congruent to segment AC. AB is congruent to AC. Yes, why is it? Because the point is equidistant. As the point is equidistant, both are equal length. Okay, so that one. Now segment AQ is congruent to segment AQ as that side is common in both the triangles. So common side. Okay, so the factors we found out here, that angle, that B angle, segment AB and segment AQ. Now see, angle B.
Anju ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, wind up your lecture.
Yes, within a minute, last step.
Yes.
Yes. Now students, see here, angle B, this side AB and this side AQ means ASS. Okay, so by ASS test, both the triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, here you can also write as the factors you choose here, those are ASS. You can also write SSA. Here you can also write hypotenuse side test. So no need to write any one side. Okay, so by hypotenuse side test or by this test of congruency, the given triangles are congruent. Therefore, the angles will be congruent. The corresponding angles will be congruent. And as the angles formed here, those are congruent, that ray QA is the bisector of angle PQR. So here, this is the theorem of converse of. Yes. Thank you for today. Okay. Yes. Hello, ma'am.